What are you wearing?
This is my armor to help me fight germs. There's a deadly virus outside.
I think knowledge is our strongest armor. Did you know our own immune system can help us fight germs? I can tell you how. The immune response is triggered when a pathogen, for example a virus or bacteria that can cause disease, enters the body. The pathogen carries an antigen, a unique molecular structure such as a protein or toxin. A phagocyte, an immune cell that consumes invaders, detects the pathogen via special receptors called pattern recognition molecules or PRMs on the membrane surface and engulfs it through phagocytosis. After the phagocyte consumes the pathogen, it will present the digested antigen to a T cell. First, the antigen peptide is bound to a major histocompatibility complex or MHC protein. Then, this protein presents the antigen on the surface of the phagocyte. Then, the antigen-carrying MHC protein must make direct contact with an antigen-specific T cell receptor, or TCR. If the T cell recognizes the antigen as foreign, it will trigger a further immune response. If the T cell is a T cytotoxic cell, which means it's toxic to living cells, it will release toxic substances to the contact site and create pores in the cell membrane, as well as apoptosis, or programmed cell death, of the pathogen-carrying cell. If it's a T helper cell, it will stimulate other immune cells called B cells. The stimulated B cells proceed to divide into plasma cells, which release antibodies, protein molecules that are able to combine with antigens. Antibodies then bind to antigens to help cells identify and destroy other pathogens. During an infection, B cells also develop into memory cells, which travel to the lymph nodes and remain there. These cells remember the pathogen and can create antibodies much quicker during secondary infections. This is why many infections, like the measles or chickenpox, you only get once.
Really? Then why do we have a flu epidemic every year?
Good question. Sometimes, during application, the influenza virus has small changes in its genetic material. We call these changes mutations. These small mutations slightly alter the viral structure. That makes it harder for our immune system to recognize and fight the virus as efficiently as before. This is called antigenic drift.
Okay, but what about this coronavirus pandemic?
Well, unfortunately, sometimes viruses undergo huge changes during replication. This results in a completely new virus that no human immune system has ever seen before. This is called antigenic shift. This occurs when a virus jumps from animals to humans. These changes result in the host immune system being unable to identify the virus and fight it off, which can make it very deadly and spread fast all over the world, and this causes a pandemic. We've had some very deadly pandemics before, such as the Black Death, the Spanish flu, and the current COVID-19 pandemic. This proves that our natural immunity is not always enough to protect us.
So, who's gonna help us?
Science and knowledge will come to the rescue. Right now, doctors and scientists all over the world are working hard to identify the way the novel coronavirus spreads and behaves, to find an effective antiviral medication which can stop the virus, and to develop a vaccine to prevent future outbreaks. What are you wearing now?
You said yourself, knowledge is our strongest armor.